Edge computing. You've heard the term, but what is it and what does it mean to you as a building automation professional? In today's Daily BAS, we're going to talk about what edge computing is, what it isn't, and we're just going to answer some general questions that we've received around edge computing. Hi, my name is Phil Zito. I'm the founder and CEO of Building Automation Monthly, where we help companies assess their existing employees and then develop customized training solutions based on those assessment results. That way their employees can go and decrease their time to revenue and increase profitability per employee. All right, so what is this thing called edge computing? What do you need to know about it? Well, edge computing came about when folks were looking to, rather than having all of the processes related to a set of software. So if you think about it, right, your email software, or actually email is a really good example. So your email software, in the past you'd have this email server, it'd sit up in a data center somewhere. But nowadays with applications like Outlook, you can actually process a lot of email actually at the computer. So you can receive and send your email. And while it's not a true edge computing solution, it demonstrates how rather than having to log in to a web interface and interface that way, you now have an application that's running on your computer. Well, what edge computing is doing is it's taking a lot of these BAS problems that we face, analytics, trending, alarming, and it's decoupling it from the server or supervisory device and taking it down to the edge. Now, partnered with graphical user interfaces and things like that and IP controls, we're now able to log directly into the controller as a technician and be able to look at alarms and trends that are stored in that controller. We're also capable of having analytics existing within the controller as well. So rather than having to go to the server every time we're trying to do some form of troubleshooting, we are now able to do that in the actual edge controller. And as the edge controllers become more popular, we are going to see a lot of server and primarily supervisory device functionality transition from that middle tier down to the edge. So what will happen now is these controllers will actually process data. They'll do analysis of data, they'll do trending, alarming, and by doing this at the edge and then sending up only the pertinent information, we will really be able to make sure that we have granular data and we have good analysis of that granular data prior to it going up to the server or supervisory device. Now, why is this a big deal? Well, I'll be honest with you, BAS data, it's not very traffic intensive. The nice benefit of this is being able to go and as a field technician log into a controller and directly access alarms, trends, analytics, graphics, etc. at the edge. That's really nice, and having that control decoupled from a supervisory device, so if that supervisory device fails, that controller can continue, that's also nice. But let's be honest, once again, our traffic sources are not very intensive. So sending that traffic up to a server and having it all compiled at the server, you could still do that. And also with Wi-Fi these days, you can connect to the server wireless on your laptop via wireless access point. Where I really see edge computing starting to really shine is in the next 5 years as we start to bring in lighting, access control, video surveillance, and we're able to use analytics as well as certain scripting and automation in edge controllers, and we're actually able to do some self-contained use cases. Things like doing video analysis and realizing that no one is in the space. There's a company over in Israel that looks at video and actually determines occupancy. So having that as occupancy, because we all know how accurate the passive infrared occupancy sensors are. And that's sarcasm for those of you who can't read my body language. But by being able to build those use cases into edge controllers, that is going to provide us a benefit. So that is one of the biggest benefits of edge controllers, although not realized yet. It will be realized in the future as we start to bring more things. So you see, actually Honeywell is sending us one of their edge controllers, their Cyper 30, And we're going to be utilizing that in our classes. And one of the things that's exciting about that controller is the 4-port switch that's built into it is now going to allow different things that are non-BAS systems to be pulled in. And as they're pulled in, since the Niagara framework is pushed down into that controller, we're going to be able to do some really interesting things. I look forward to actually utilizing that in our integration course, as well as our technician course, and mocking up some use cases. But that's where I see edge controlling really starting to shine, because I think using it as saying, hey, this is an operator interface, it makes it easier for the operator, easier for the technician out in the field. I don't think that really holds water, because nowadays our control systems, we can just pull them up via access points connected to the wireless. So I don't find that necessarily as the biggest value. I find the biggest value in the next couple of years when we actually have integrated use cases built into these edge controllers. And we're getting to the point where we'll have a room controller and it will control all of the IP devices related to building systems in that room. And that is really powerful, and it will give us even closer to that smart building that everyone is going after. I know this is a little longer of a daily BAS video, but I really wanted to talk about this with you because this is a concept that I think a lot of people are trying to figure out. Where does this sit in my specs? Where does this sit on my buildings? How do I use this as a contractor? Hopefully this kind of opens your eyes, gives you some ideas about how you can utilize these technologies to just help yourself be able to deliver outcomes to your customers. Thanks a ton for watching. I look forward to talking with you in the comment section below the video and discussing just edge controllers and smart buildings in general. It's something I'm like really freaking passionate about. I really like, and I'm pretty good at. So I'd love to talk with you all about it as well. All right, folks, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Take care.